stitchy friends, welcome to Cross My Stitches. My name is Jackie and this is episode number 88. Today is September 19th, 2023. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch and other needlework type crafts. I'm going to try to run through this pretty quickly. As you can see, I'm a little disheveled. It has been a busy day and a busy couple of weeks, actually. I have not been doing well health-wise, and I'm trying to get it straightened out. So I know I've told people in the past about what's going on. I've kind of tried to keep it to myself, but I do have some health issues and that I'm trying to get through. I really don't want to get into specifics about what they are, but they're not serious, but they're serious enough. And so I am trying new medications, and I'm going through some physical therapy to try to help with pain management. And so I'm pretty worn out. So I try to get, stitching is my therapy. I'm sure with all of you, you feel the same way. Stitching is kind of like your therapy. You lean on that when you're stressed or when you're having a bad day. And I do the same thing. I spend a lot of my free time stitching because it gets my mind off other things. So it does make it easier for me, but a lot of times I'm too tired to stitch. So when I get home from work, I'm just exhausted from everything. And sometimes I can't last an hour before I'm falling out. So I don't get a lot of stitching time in unless it's my days off. And lots of times I'm running to doctor's appointments and stuff on my days off. So it's like today I had therapy appointments and then try to shoot a video. And I had to sit down and stitch for a little while before I decided to shoot this, just to calm myself a little and relax before I shot the video. Okay, so I do have some finishes today. They're not cross-stitch finishes, but they're finishes all the same. I finished my punch needle little ornaments. I had showed you before that I was working on a little ghost. So there's my little ghost punch needle. He came out so cute. And on the back, he's got wool felt. So that's the first one. That's my Halloween one. And then the second one is a Christmas one, and it's a peppermint candy. And this one, the first one was done on DMC. This one's done with pearl cotton. So the loops are a little thicker, as you can see. I don't know if you guys can see that it's thicker or not. But it also has a backing of wool, so wool felt. And so I finished two little ornaments. I do have plans to do another one. In fact, I've had set up on my stretcher frame. So I picked, this is the one that I'm going to work on next, which is, it's called Nutty Buddy. Nutty Buddy. And it is a Little House Needleworks with a little squirrel. And I've got it all drawn out on my stretcher frame. So I'll show you that it's, ouch, it poked me. So there it is. I haven't started it yet. I had to take some time to find, let me tell you, those things are sharp. The stretcher bar hooks. But I finally found all the colors that I was going to do it with because I'm using from my stash. I don't want to have to keep buying floss every time I start a new project. So these are all the colors. It's got black and it's got browns and greens. So I'm excited to start that. I haven't done that yet, but hopefully in the next week or so, I will start that. And then I have plans for many more punch needles and wool appliques. I really want to get my wool applique back out. I have several little ornament patterns and stuff like that that I want to do. If I can find the energy, I will get them done. If not, it'll be, I'll get them done next year. So it is what it is. I also have been working on AB Singo for the month of September. So AB Singo is from a group called Monthly Magazine Challenge. Monthly Magazine Challenge. It's something like that. I'll put it below. It is a group run by Carolyn Zook, C. Zook Stitch, and Robin Hall of Birdseye Stitcher. And they run this group where 2 times a year we do a monthly challenge that is a full month, 25 days of challenges. And this one's called AB Singo. It is the alphabet. Here's my board where it stands right now. And if I tilt down, you can see all the things that I've finished so far. All those X's are my finishes as far as meeting my goal, which is 1 hour, 100 stitches. So I've got 1, 2, I think I've got 3, 1, 2. No, I got 2 bingos, not bringos, AB Singos. And when I finish this one, which is Sleepy Hollow, which I'm working on today, I've done part of it already, then I should have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 4. I'll have 4 AB Singos. So let's go over what I've worked on and where I'm at with it now. And I'm sorry if I'm a little disoriented, disordered. I'll get through it the best I can. The first one is Glendon Place, Sleepy Hollow. So this is what it looks like. I started this one in 2021. I'm trying to get my old WIPs done. I started a hashtag that says no WIP over 3. So it's my plan to have no WIPs over 3 years old. And the ones that are older than 3 years old, I really need to just get them finished. So I'm working on them one by one. Many of them are on my AB Singo board, this being one from 2021. And I have worked on this 2 times since the last time that you saw it. So I'm going to post here a picture of what it looked like the last time you saw it. And then I'm still working on the horse. And I'm stitching this on, I want to say it's 28. I can't remember. Yep, 28 count haunted Picture This Plus. And this is where I'm at with it right now. Let me hold it back so you can see the color a little better. And I finished his tail. And then I am working right here underneath his belly. That's what I'm working on next. I think I started this, like I said, in 2021. And then after I initially started it with his leg, I just never picked it up again. So I said, it's already going to be over 3 years. I need to get this done. So I am going to get him done. And it's funny how you let things languish for a while and you don't touch them for a couple of years. And then when you start stitching on them, you really start enjoying them again, which is nice because then I get to get some work on them again, see if I can't get them finished. So that's my first WIP. My second one is my Fancy That, the Baking Elf, which is Beatrice the Baking Elf. There she is there. I showed her to you last time on the video. I had worked on her once or twice, and I have worked on her one more time. So the last time you saw her, she looked like this. And now I'm starting to put her dress in. So there she is there. She's being stitched on a 36 count flax linen by Swaggart. And she's being stitched in all the colors that I chose for her that are similar to what's on the pattern, but not the same. And she's just got the cutest little face. And it won't take much to get her done. I just need to, once AB Singo is over, I'll jump on her and try to get her done. Because then I'll have 2 elves that I'll need to fully finish before Christmas. My third one is through Mill Hill. The book is called Autumn Gathering, and the pattern that I'm doing is We Gather Together. So this is the book. And then you can see this is the one that I am doing. I picked this one up 1 time so far. And I was able, last time you saw it, it looked like this. I was working on the Indian, but I hadn't finished him. And now I have the Indian finished and the duck. So I'll hold it back first. So there it is. So I have the Indian completed except for the beads or any cry neck that needs to go on him, and the duck. So then I'll move over to the other Indian, the female Indian. I know they're called something. The squaw, there's the word. I'll move over to the squaw and get her done. This is another one. I started this in, I want to say 2020. So it's already coming up on 3 years and it's not done. It needs to get finished. My next one is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, and this was a new start for me the past month. And I'm working on the first block. And I'll post a picture here of what it looked like the last time you guys saw it, because I had worked on it a couple of times. Looks like I had worked on it 3 times since you've seen it, or 3 times during AB Singo anyway. And this is where I'm at now. And this block is coming along really well. I'm hoping to have the whole block done this month. There it is. It's just coming along beautifully. I'm all the way to the bottom there. I still have to run the bottom black all along the bottom and then fill in the rest of the block. But the color of the fabric is like that. That's the color of the fabric. It's a purpley blue. But when you move it up, it really fades it out. But it's coming along. I'm going to finish up that grass there, and then I will run the rest of the border for the block and then get the rest of the inside done. And I think this comes up on my board one more time, maybe. Yes, it comes up one more time. So hopefully I'll get some more on that. The next one I worked on was Lady of the Flag, and everybody knows what she looks like. And I have been working on the blue stars and stripes in the flag. And I have worked on it 3 times so far. And I'll show the whole thing, and then I'll show you where I worked on it. So this is the whole thing so far. I've got almost that whole side done. And then let's fold it up a little, because I've been working on the flag. Let's fold it. There we go. So I've got all of this side worked on and down through here on the flag. So I still have a little bit more to go, and then I can start moving in, getting all of this completed. And this is being stitched on a 32 count We the People fabric. It is by Fabric Flair. And you have to order, if you want to order this fabric from Stitchery Express, make sure you tell them you need the extended fabric size for Lady of the Flag, because this is longer than a fat quarter. I think it's 18 by 30 instead of 18 by 26, if I remember correctly. But you need the extended size. And she sells it just for Lady of the Flag. My next one that I've worked on, ooh, I have a pen open. Let me shut that. We don't need pen ink all over my fabric, was Rose Quaker. And when I showed this last time, I had started on this right here, this flower motif. And I have worked on it a couple more times since the last time you saw it. And I completed the motif, and it looks like that. There it is. So I have the month of September's motif completed, because I'm doing 1 motif a month to try to get this completed. And there's the flowers. So they're really pretty. The colors are a little odd. It's like a greenish brown for the leaves and stuff, and then a red for the flowers. But it's real pretty. So that means I'm hopefully I don't have to work on this again. I don't think I do. Excuse me. I don't think I work on it anymore this month, which is good. I'll start another motif next month. And then the last thing that's part of my AB Singo is my map of Hawk Run Hollow. And I'll show you where that was before. And this time I've got quite a bit of the wing done. And I've worked on this 2 times since the last time you saw it. I got all of this part of the wing done, which is the end of the page, and then I started doing the motif that's here. That wing has a lot of stitching on it. It's still, the wing is very long. It goes the whole length of the pattern, which would be down here somewhere. So there's still a lot of stitching to do on that wing, but I'm trying to get the 1 page done. So that's why I started working all through here to see if I could get the page completed. And this is being done on 36, and I'm so sorry about the sniffles, guys. I didn't have sniffles before I started talking. This is being done on a 36 count doubloon that I over dyed with tan RIT to make it just darker than what it originally was, because I wanted the whites and stuff to pop on it. So that's everything that I have worked on AB Singo. I did work on a couple of other things. If you remember, I was working on my mittens, and I was working on this one right here with the deer. And I ended up ripping it all out, the deer itself, because I felt like he was too light. I'm trying to get the threads out of the way here. I felt like he was too light. He kind of blended in with the background, and I really didn't see him well. So I ended up ripping the whole deer out and restitching him with a darker color. So this is where I'm at with it. So hopefully by the end of the month, I can have him completed. And then I have one more thing that I've worked on, and it is something I swore that I would never do, because I used to watch people on FlossTube doing these projects, and I'm like, how in the world are they ever going to get those done? That is going to take an eternity, and I don't know how they're keeping track of everything. And of course, if you don't know what I'm talking about full coverage. I always said I would never do a full coverage. I'd never be able to keep track of where I was. I'd be ripping my stitches out all the time, trying to get them where, because as it is, I already rip out stitches all the time. I have to restitch things. I can't imagine doing a full coverage and having that happen. But I saw this one pattern that I just had to do, and I was going to give full coverage a try, but I wasn't going to be, I don't want to say dumb about it, but I was going to do it the right way. So I went and bought 20 count, I think this is 20 count. Yep, 20 count Aida in Easy Grid. So I bought 20 count Easy Grid Aida, figure I'm going to do it 1/1. But what I didn't know is this stuff is stiff as a board. I mean, literally, it is stiff. And you can't wash it or anything, because then the lines will wash out. So I'm like, oh, I don't like how this feels. I don't know how I'm going to stitch on it. I first put it in my Nerge frame to do it, and I didn't like working on the Nerge frame because I find it a little difficult for me. I'm used to stitching in a hoop that is like a 6-inch hoop that has the spring tension hoops, I think is what they call them. And I was like, and it wouldn't go in there because it's so stiff that it wouldn't go in there. But I figured it out, and I figured out how to stitch it. So let me show you first what pattern I'm talking about that I had eyeballed and decided after many times going back and looking at it that I needed to do. And I'm going to put a book up here so it doesn't just go through the, this is it here. Jack-o'-lantern stained glass. I love this piece. That is so cool looking, and it looks like a stained glass. And for those of you who haven't been with me for a long time, I did stained glass in the past. In fact, I've got a stained glass panel hanging in my window. I have a big tote box full of stained glass that I haven't even hung up yet because I did stained glass for many years. So when I saw this one, I'm like, I need to do this. I need to do this. So I started it. So I got the 20-inch, 20 count So this is what I normally work in, if I could get it untangled from the fabric. These are my favorite ones. These little 6-inch spring tension hoops are my favorite hoops. And I have several of them traveling through my bags, and it's my favorite. So I did start it. I'm going to pull this needle out because it's dangling. And I learned that if I take this fabric and I scrunch it and just keep scrunching it all the time, it gets softer and softer. So I was able to get it in my hoop and start my project. And this is where I'm at right now. And I will tell you, I am at, and I also got Pattern Keeper, which is, I can understand now all the hoopla about Pattern Keeper, because it does make it so much easier to stitch. So not only did I put this piece on Pattern Keeper, and I can only put it on my phone because it's the only Android device I have. I wish they would come out with the Apple iPad, what's it, iOS, OIS, whatever it is, ISO, I don't know. Whatever it is, I wish they'd come out with that version, because then I could use my iPad and do it that way. But I love doing it, even on my phone. I do my pattern in the car at lunch, so 5 days a week for 30 to 40 minutes, I stitch. And right now I am at, and this piece is 300 stitches by 300 stitches is what it is. So it is 89,999 stitches to finish it. And I have done 638 so far, and I am at 0.71%. And this is where I'm at. And I'm doing the black lead part, the stained glass lead part first. That's just a hanging thread. But that's where I'm at. And I'm really enjoying it. My thought process is to go 5 and 5 in a square and then add the color and then move on. So I'm really enjoying doing it. I'm really surprised that I'm enjoying doing it. I know it's going to take longer than 3 years. I get that. So I'll have one project that may go over 3 years, but you never know. I might finish it before 3 years is up. Sorry, I'm trying to get my needle put back away again. And of course, I stitched a little sample at the top. That's how I know that this faces this way. And I'm enjoying it. So I'm going to continue it. And I'm really surprised that I'm enjoying it. So if you haven't tried full coverage and you're like me and like, I'm never going to do full coverage, never say never, because you never know what you're going to do. I'm going to put this back in the bag. And it goes, it's in my little camping bag that is a Dot Goose bag. And it sits in my car 5 days a week. And then sometimes at night I'll bring it in. If I feel like I want to work on it, I'll bring it in at night. So that is everything that I have worked on. I have made some purchases. So I'll go over that real quick. Before I do that, I did a giveaway last 2 videos ago, and I heard from one of the winners. I have not heard from the other. I'm still waiting to hear from Sue B. If I do not hear from Sue B before the next time I video in 2 weeks, then I'll draw another name for the pattern that was being given away, which was, if it's sitting here still, yeah, there it is. There it is, which is the Boxer. You can touch the dust, but please don't write in it. So that was the one that Sue B won, and I have not heard from her. So 2 weeks, I'm going to redraw if I don't hear from her. So if you didn't hear, New York Dreamer had a sale on her Etsy shop for a couple days for some of her patterns, and I picked up 2 of them, 2 coffee patterns. So no talkie before coffee. And then this one is All I Need. It says, coffee gets me started, Jesus keeps me going. It's all I need. So I picked up those 2 because I really want to do a bunch of coffee designs around my coffee bar. I got in the mail my cross stitch 2023 ornament issue, and I believe Carolyn Zook did a flip through. So if you want to see a flip through, you can go over to her channel, C Zook Stitch. C is in the letter C, Zook Stitch. I made a purchase at 123 Stitch, and that was for my fabric for the 20 count easy count. And I also got the Tiny Modernists, the Wizard of Oz tree, because I love the Wizard of Oz. It was my favorite when I was growing up, and I would love to have something to represent my favorite. So I'm going to do this at some point, and it is just so darn cute. So I picked that up with my fabric because I hate just buying fabric and not buying anything else. So I bought the fabric, I bought the Wizard of Oz tree, and then I bought a couple of my buttons that I needed for my Fancy That elves. So that's what I got at ABC. That's what I got at 123 Stitch. And then the rest of the stuff I got on Unload Group. So we'll go through them one by one. I got Rose Garden Blackbird Designs. Love that one. Love it's all in one color. I'll have to pick something really pretty to do that with. Lizzie Kate's Come Let Us Adore Him, which would make an awesome ornament. Plum Street Samplers Freedom Pin Roll, which this would be great if you had one of those big spools to wrap it around. It's a patriotic design. With Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais. This is Spring Awakens. Told you I'm on a Brenda Gervais kick, so there's another one. In the springtime, I'm going to start stitching her stuff. Apple Orchard. This is Blackbird Designs. I always wanted that one as well. I never picked it up, but there it is. Heart and Hands Cuckoo Bird Sampler. These are always so cute. These little bird ones that she does. Still collecting those. This one's a Cricut collection. It's called A Well-Dressed Man, and I didn't get it for the snowman. I got it for the mitten. So you can see the snowmen, they're really cute. But the mitten is the arc. So I got it for the mitten. And I think I paid like $1 or something, $2. But it has the arc on it, so I had to have that. Sweater Weather by Plum Street. Another one of the Wiener ones I didn't have, so I picked that up. Blackbird Designs, Long May She Wave. Brenda Gervais again, Keeper of the Pins. These little booklets are so adorable. I think I have another one coming with the little snowmen in it. You can see on the back, they're just cute. These booklets are really cute. I got Cricut Collection, Swedish Madonna, and the reason I got this one again is because of the mitten, and I think I paid $1 for it. And you can see up at the top there, it's got a mitten, because I'm on a mitten collection. Here's another one that has 3 mittens. Woolen Mittens 2. So it's got 3 across there, you can see. And I got a magazine that I think cost me $1. Cross Stitch and Needlework, May 2011. Really didn't see, I picked these up if I can get for $1 or $2 and I'm already ordering from someone, then I will toss it in. But if it's just the magazine, I won't do it because I don't want to pay the shipping for just that. But this, I think, cost me $1 and it didn't cost me much more in shipping to get it. And there wasn't really anything exciting in it for me. But I do like to pick them up if I have not seen them before and see what's in them, because several of them have just adorable designs in them. So this, like this, let me see if I can flip back. These are mixed media flowers, which it really is kind of cute. They're 4 different flowers and they're different kind of stitches and mixed media in each of them. So those are kind of cute. And I'm trying to think if there was anything else that was... No, not really. So I did pick it up though to check it out. And then this one was my prized catch, and it is the 2006 Circle Sampler a most noble pursuit. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 designers. It is very sought after pattern. It is very hard to get, but I was able to get it at an excellent price. I was overjoyed when I saw it come up with such a cheap price. And so I picked that up. So something else with blocks that you can stitch one a month or one every other month. And they come from different designer, Primitive Traditions, Hands to Work, Bright Needle, The Work Basket, Praiseworthy Stitches, Patricia Ann Designs, With My Needle, La Ti Da, Stitch and a Prayer, and Carriage House Samplings. So you could just stitch one or you could stitch them all. It's just really pretty. So I was thrilled to get that. I think that's it. I think that's all I have for this video. I said I was going to try to keep it kind of short, 30 some odd minutes. So I'm going to continue with my AB Singo for the rest of the month. It's the 19th today, so I have to finish today, and then we'll have 6 more days of that. And then we have 5 extra days to do any makeup work if we need to. Luckily this month, I have been able to keep up with it every single day, which I'm so impressed with myself over that, because normally I can't and I have to play catch up, but I have been able to get it done so that I can stay up to date on it, which is awesome. So I'm looking forward to finishing that. Once I come back again, and my next video is on, let's see, when's my next video? Should be into October by then, 26. It's going to be October 3rd, so then I should be showing some plans for finishing some of the things that I'm working on now, as well as doing ornaments and doing a fully finishing party with myself to see if I can get like the 40 plus items that I need to get fully finished. We do go on vacation in the middle of October, but we won't be going far from home. We're going to stay in Kentucky. So I will be able to spend a couple days doing a master finish, try to get some stuff framed, get some pillows made, get some ornaments finally finished, and whatever else is sitting in the box right now that needs to get done. So I'm really looking forward to getting those done, and hopefully by the end of October I will have them done and you'll be able to see them as we go along. I think that is it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please come back again and visit with me. I'm usually not this scattered or quick, but like I said, I'm a little worn out today, so I just wanted to have a video because I said I'm trying to do every 2 weeks. So I want to make sure I get that done. There was something else I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what it was, so I'm going to hold it over till the next video, and I'll cover it then. And until then, hope everyone has a wonderful stitching, and enjoy yourself and be safe out there. Love y'all. Bye.